All right. Welcome, guys, to episode one of the Off Topic Podcast, man. That's right. Your boy back with something new, man. The Off Topic Podcast. Now, I've tried the podcast thing a couple times, and I do so much on the sports, and we still sports, man. Y'all know it's sports. Um, but I've tried to just do that, but I found that I got so much in me, man. I got so much I like to talk about, so many things I like to touch on, man, that I really, if I'm just gonna be honest with you, man, like I really want to touch on other things as well. So that's why we calling this the Off Topic Podcast, man, because and this episode one, man, and it's I got some things I want to talk about, but this is a time where I just touch on current events. We talk about sports, we talk about everything. Since this is my first episode of this podcast, this is gonna be a little different, man. We're gonna talk about some things. I'm gonna give you the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I decided not to just do a sports podcast, man. And we're gonna get real on here, man. This is not really no holds bars like that, man. Y'all know how if you tune into my other podcast, you guys know how I do my podcast, right? So let's not waste no time, man. Let's just go on and get to it, man. All right. So why I changed the format? The reason why I changed the format is just because I feel like, we've seen so many other podcasts where it's like, oh, they talk about everything, then they throw a little sports in there. I said, well, let's reverse that. Why don't we talk about sports and we throw a little bit of real life in there? We talk about some real things, man. And I feel like, that's a pretty good lane for me, man. Because the one thing about me, and the one thing I think reason why my YouTube videos resonate, and what kind of differentiate me is my passion is all real, right? And what I'm not saying nobody's passion for their sport, but the way I sometimes I'm overly emotional about it, but I really love sports, man. I really love fucking sports, man. Y'all have no idea, man. I really do love sports. So, I mean, all in all, man, this is my just as much passion as I got in that. I got passion in other areas too. I got passion in other things I want to talk about too. And I felt like I needed a platform where I could talk about and just give my opinions. Y'all gonna agree with some of the things I say. Some of the stuff I'm gonna say, you guys not gonna agree with, man. And that's cool too. That's okay. That's no problem. I got no problem with that, man. But that's what it's about. That's what the Off Topic Podcast is about, man. Just want to say, the first thing I want to talk about on this podcast is I was wrong about the Joker. I didn't think the Joker was this good. I really didn't. I'll be the first to sit here and say it, man. I did not think the Joker was this good. Like, I thought he was good. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't think he was this good. Like, at this level, what we're seeing the Joker at right now, I didn't see this, and hell no, man, I ain't see this. I didn't think at no point was the Joker this good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's hard. It's hard to even like fathom some of the things he's doing. And this is the thing too, I gotta say, because like people always say, well, the Joker doing this, but so-and-so did it one game, or so-and-so did it in the finals one time. But did they do it consistently? Game in, game out, game in, game out. That's what making the Joker that's what making his run special. Now I'm gonna just say it, dog. He just ain't flashy. He ain't flashy. Ain't nothing about him you gonna write home about. Somebody should give him a shoe, but I doubt he get a shoe. He deserve a shoe. Joker deserve a shoe. But who gonna wear the Jokers? I'll rock them. I'll try them out. But you know what I'm saying? And that's on the Nikes, the Adidas, the Puma, New Balance. Somebody get Joker a shoe, man. A man deserve a shoe, damn it. Somebody get Joker a shoe. All right. And again, it's never from a standpoint of he's not, it's sort of like Tim Duncan a little bit. A lot of people, when you hear the top 5, 9, and all that, top 10, you never hear Tim Duncan name. His name should be there, but it wasn't marketable. It wasn't, what he did wasn't something you gonna go, oh, did you see? Nah, it wasn't none of that. It was just go about his business, play the right way. He showed emotion very rarely. It was just great, good basketball, man. And so with that, it's like, damn, like, was Joker always this good and we just didn't see it? And a lot of people say, oh, everybody jumping on the Joker bandwagon. Well, in their defense, a lot of people just didn't see it. They ain't on national TV like that. No one gave them credit like that. Let's keep it real. The Joker and the Nuggets been hovering around number one all year, and everybody wrote them off. Well, you got everybody like you Nuggets, but the Suns and the Lakers or Memphis and all these other teams that were supposed to be them boys. And I think they're changing the game of basketball right before our very eyes. Because gone are the day of your super teams in. Let me just say that right here, right now. Gone are the day of the super teams, and I'm forever happy about it. Yes, it's cool to see your team win. When it's your team and they got super and they win it, and it's fine, it's cool, but it ain't fun. Like, and this thing too, I want to call some of y'all out. And I've said this in previous video, but some of y'all was talking all that about, man, tired of seeing the same old team. But there was another team in there, y'all complain. Like, come on, man. Make up your mind, dog. Make up your mind. Hats off to, now I'm not saying Miami's out of it, but they look out of it. They look done to me. We'll see. But the Denver Nuggets, man, it's just that year. When you look at some of the shots they were making against the Lakers, when you look at some of the shots they was making against, even in these finals, in the finals, even to be able to get Durant and Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns up out of here, hey man, that was dope. Like they did that. You got to give them that credit, because everywhere along the lines is an excuse. Oh, they beat Phoenix because Phoenix can play defense, but they only got back. Book had a bad game the last game and all that. Oh, Anthony Davis. No. The Nuggets are just good, though. They're just good. So go ahead, take your moment and appreciate greatness, because they're just that damn good. All right, we got to go ahead and give the Nuggets their credit, man. Them boys are doing their thing. I'm not even gonna knock that, man. But yeah, time to give them the credit. Speaking of giving somebody credit, let's get the Dallas Cowboys some credit. While we on the credit, they look like they're trying this offseason. And I really don't believe that that Dak has an excuse, man. I made a video where I was talking about Dak Prescott, and the article came out saying Cowboys fans wasn't grateful and all the stuff they did and the elite company he's in. Let me tell y'all something, man. When someone is saying, oh, look at the company they're in, but everybody in the company he is winning championships, and he's not. One of these things don't look like the other. Stop throwing. Hey, that's the game, man. When someone ain't getting it done, we got the list, we got the rankings, we got the stats, we got everything to make excuses. It's either you win or you lose, dog. That's it. I don't care about none of that. And that's just me. I can only speak for me. Either you win or you lose, dog. Dak Prescott was horrible. And this is my thing. A lot of people say, because the thing came up, well, he wasn't 100% healthy. So I'm not 100% healthy. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna throw games. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna cause my team football games because I want to prove what? You already got your money. Get healthy. If you was that hurt, you should have stayed out a couple more games and then been able to really win. But to lead the league in interceptions and you miss 4 or 5 games and you still led the league in interceptions, that's horrible. All right. And like I said, man, I'm not here to make excuses, dog. I'm not the excuse. Either you win or you lose in this thing, man. Either you win or you lose, man. So again, man, the name of this podcast is the Off Topic Podcast. So you're gonna see moments where I'm just gonna go off topic. Like right now, I'm about to go off topic, and we're about to have a talk because we were talking about this, and we always talk about who's the best rapper of all time? Your top 5 rappers of all time. You hear this name and this name and this name. Let me tell y'all my criteria, and I'm gonna give y'all my top 5 rappers of all time. Top 5 of all time. Now let me tell you what qualified. You ain't even qualified if you ain't got at least a decade worth of work. If you ain't got that, I don't even want to talk. You don't get to talk in that conversation. You don't get to talk. You don't even get to talk. If you ain't got at least a decade of come on, man. You ain't put in at least 7, 8, 9 albums. Why are you talking to me? I don't want to hear some people. I don't want to hear it because you ain't did the work. See, everybody want the credit and they did the damn work. Top 5 rappers of all time. Starting number 5. Big. Now, why Big get in there? Because we just don't know what Big would have been. So he get number 5 because, my criteria, he don't meet my criteria, but he big. He big. He big. Now, listen, just gonna keep it real. Like it's just my heart because of the love for Big and what he did in his small amount of time. I give him 5, but he ain't have. But that wasn't his fault. See, a lot of them ain't in this list because it ain't. They ain't put the work in. They chose not to put the work in. But Big we didn't get a chance to see it. So Big is number 5. Number 4. Number 4. Greatest hip hop artist. Top 5 for Chris. Drake. Ooh, I know. Like, Chris, you tripping. See, this is what, and the reason why I got, because now somebody gonna jump on here and say, man, he don't even write his own rap. Just, y'all don't want to have that conversation with me because your favorite stole a lot of songs, but we'll talk about that later, right? But I got Drake number 4 because Drake been doing this in 2008. 2008, 2009. When did Thank Me Later drop? Let me see. We got time today, man. It's the podcast. We got time today. When did Thank Me Later drop? No, when did So Far Gone drop? Let's see. When did So Far Gone drop? 2011. 2011. So Drake has been putting out music consistently since 2011, right? And you can say, but he's not really a rapper. He's not a singer. Whatever. I don't know if you call it what you want. He's number 4 on my list because he done the work. And the numbers, you can put your favorite numbers up against him. And this is another thing I want to say, and I'm going to continue to list. But I hate this right here, right? When an artist or whatever, like, even when you talk about rings and stuff, a championship, whatever, when people say, or for example, when they say, oh, I hate when the artists talk about how much money they got, that ain't relevant. Yes, it is. That's part of my catalog. That's part of what I've done. If you ain't done it, I don't have to dumb down my process for you. I don't have to dumb down my accomplishment to try to make this even. They don't have to. It's like, I give, for example, when Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma was going at it, right? And Nicki was boasting about what she's done and what Remy ain't done. And people like, oh, I hate the money talk. I hate they talk about money. That's part of her catalog. She both has to make her money. That's part of who she is. She made those records. She did her thing. That's part of her catalog. You don't get to dim that down. You don't, you want to take what I've done, take parts of what I've done and what I've come to way, and you just want to talk about, nah. We're not doing that here. We're not doing that here. When you look at those lists, when you look at all the things that Drake has done, the boy belongs in this conversation, man. Top 5, but okay, I got him top, this is my list, I got him top 4. I got Drake number 4. Because you got to understand the numbers he putting up. Consistently. You can tell me your favorite that been hot consistently for over a decade. That's hard. Over a decade? That is hard, man. That's hard, dog. Just straight up. Straight up. So Drake is number 4 for me. Number 3. Tupac Shakur. Tupac, man. Tupac is number 3 for me. I know they like, whoa, hold on, whoa. So who Tupac is number 3. What Tupac done just for the game, man. Just Tupac is a legend. I just sit here and watch his interviews, man. Like when you hear him talk about how he created his whole album in 2 weeks, and then you hear people say things like, you know, he would just be in there writing and writing and writing, but you never see him scratch out a word. You never see him erase because everything was just boom, boom, boom. His work ethic was matched by none. His work ethic was matched by none. Like he didn't waste time. It's a story, you can go check it out. It's a story where an engineer was used to working with rock bands and other artists and stuff, and so they'll cut a record, and he'll go out and chill, go out and have him a smoke, chill, drink, maybe have some lunch and come back before they cut another record. So Tupac's in the studio, and they cut a record. He do what he normally do, go outside. Say somebody came out, hey man, hey Tupac want you back in here. Tupac want you back in here, man. He pissed. Tupac is pissed. He wants you back in here. So the dude get up, he come back in there, Tupac tell, if you ever leave this studio, I'll beat your... Because he always felt like he didn't have time to waste. So his work ethic was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew. But he always had the notion, I'm not going to be here long. I got to get as much work done as possible. And that's why he just put out music. Work. The boy worked like a racehorse. And that's the part of Tupac that I love. Like, if you know anything about me, man, I'm all about that work ethic. I'm all about the grind. I'm all about just going hard, man. Just going hard, perfecting my craft, but work. And that's what Tupac was about. So Tupac is number 3 on my list, man. Number 2 on my list. Number two on my list. Jay-Z. That's right, man. I get Jay-Z number 2. Jay-Z is number 2 on my list because he's Jay-Z. I mean, you look at what he's done. You look at what he's done. I mean, come on, man. Like, you got to start from, 96 to... what, last album, 444. And this is, and again, this is just we're talking music, right? Like, I know what he's done as far as business. That's a whole nother conversation. Being a billionaire, that's a whole nother conversation. But we talking about as far as music, man, the man got just timeless records, man, timeless. I mean, he got bars that just, and he can get in any pocket, yo, and he care about it. Like, this is the one thing, a famous quote from Jay, he said, no one person is bigger than the project. So when he did he is known for working with people like, you know, that guy, Linkin Park, you know, working with different, like stepping outside of his comfort zone to present the best show or present the best music. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I just give Jay credit just as being a rapper, dog. Like, the dude can rap. He's one of the bees up there when it comes to rapping and putting together songs, and the longevity, dog. The longevity is... I'm big on longevity. Anybody can get hot for 1 or 2 years, 2 or 3 years, 4 years. Because about 4 years, they fade away. But Jay has been hot since 96. 96, man. And so when people mention Jay and they talk about these lists, I'm like, he got to be up there, right? Like, Jay-Z is a no-brainer, man. Jay-Z is a no-brainer in my opinion when it comes to these lists. Top this, top that, top this, top that. No-brainer, man. Jay-Z, no-brainer. Number 2 on my list of the top 5 rappers of all time. Number 1. Who is number 1? Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Let me say that again because they ain't hear me. Lil Wayne is number 1. Is number 1. And the reason why he's number 1, because I don't think nobody has given their life to music the way Lil Wayne has. Lil Wayne was in the middle of a $75 million lawsuit and loved music so much that he said, I don't care about that, can my album just come out? He didn't care about the money, to his detriment. That's when you hear about the legal woes or you hear about people stealing money from him. Let me tell you something. Your favorite artist owe Wayne money for a verse. Wayne just loved to rap so much that it's you talk about that work ethic, he tried to mirror Tupac work ethic. And I think he got it. If there's anybody that got it, it's him. He eat, breathe, sleep, music, man. To this day, that guy has, come on, man. What we talking, hold on, hit me out. We talking Block is Hot, Lights Out, 500 Degrees, Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 5. Okay. Oh, wait. Hot Boy, Guerrilla Warfare, Let 'Em Burn, Get It How You Live. Whoa, hold on. The Bee Gees. Oh, wait. The Young Money, the two Young Money out. Bro, we damn near 20. Oh, wait, I ain't even got to the mixtapes. Dedication 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squad 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 5 Squad mixtapes. The 2 Chainz collab. Him and 2 Chainz did an album. Him and T-Pain did an album. Him and Joel, and the Joel's one never officially came out, so I don't know if we gonna count that. But not only that, but then you gotta think about, oh, wait. If you're a real Wayne fan, do you remember the prefix? You remember the suffix? Oh, what about drop 1, 2, and 3? Huh? What about I'm sorry for the wait 1 and 2? Man, stop, man. This dude, and they ain't even mentioning features. Wayne has to be number 1 because nobody's giving more to hip hop than Lil Wayne. Without Wayne, there's no Drake. Without Wayne, there's no Nicki. Everybody got styrofoam cups. But when Wayne did it, they said, man, that man is on too many drugs. Man, come on, man, put the cup down. When Wayne was doing it, everybody said, put the cup down. Wayne, come on, man. Chill, man. We were concerned about it. Everybody got a cup now. Oh, Bling Bling, which was actually a BG song, but you know who came up with that? Weezy. Back then he was called Weezy Wee. Come on, man. Lil Wayne, the greatest rapper of all time. Lil Wayne. I'll put him up again. You can tell me who your most lyrical is. You can tell me who he more lyrical than so-and-so, and he can But did he show up? It took you 3 weeks to come up with a really, really great verse, and you're like, oh my God, that was a great verse. Wayne got 3 of them in the tuck right now. Hey, let me ask you something. Would DJ Khaled career be the same without Lil Wayne? Would 2 Chainz career be the same without Lil Wayne? Because 2 Chainz took off after he got that, if I don't do nothing, I'm about, I'm counting all day. He was known as Titty Boy then. That was the first real time that they got spotlight. And credit to 2 Chainz because he took that out. Woo! Credit to 2 Chainz, giving him that. Who's another rapper that can really rap, but people just know him for it's my birthday, all that shit. But he can really rap. But the greatest rapper of all time is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. And I just get so, I just don't be understanding this conversation sometimes when I hear people talk. I be like, y'all must have went around. Y'all must didn't hear the, what? Come on, man. Just off pure work ethic alone. Name your favorite, he got more hits than him. Name your favorite, Wayne got more hits than him. Wayne got verses that is better than some people's whole album. The whole album, Wayne got verses that's better. Just one verse will kill the whole album. Take the album, wrap it up, make a frisbee out of it. One of my favorite, I don't even know if y'all don't even remember the line. One of my favorite Lil Wayne line was, I'm just a teenager and I made this dope. I pull out my bank boy and Bill Gates feel broke. Stop, man. Stop, man. Come on, man. Everybody came through said they wrote for Wayne, but Wayne still here where they at. Come on, man. Stop, man. Stop, man. Man, what Wayne contribution to hip hop is bigger. Bigger. Because you can tell me what you want to tell me. You can tell me what you want to tell me, but the one thing I can tell you is, you can tell me so-and-so introduce so-and-so, but where they at now? Because if we talking numbers, because this is the problem. This is the problem right here when we have these talks. People hate to talk numbers. Oh, numbers don't matter. Numbers don't matter. Like people say, I don't listen to Drake, but Drake go platinum every time he drop. Somebody listening to him. He just got a half a bill because of records and all the things he's doing. But nobody listen to him? Stop lying. That's number one. Stop lying. Some of y'all listen to Drake and bump it in private won't tell people like, dog, that's something got to be happening. Come on, man. I'm just saying, man. Lil Wayne is number one on any list I got. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is number one on any hip hop list I got, bro. And I'ma stand on that. The real knock on Wayne is Wayne has never been the businessman though. But again, let's go back to his dedication to his craft. To his craft. That go back to him just being like, man, I just want to get in the studio, man. I just want to rap. I just want to rap. And when he went, he took a studio bus. He have a studio bus so he can always record. Swagger Like Us, remember that song? Him, Jay, T.I., Kanye? That recorded in the hotel room, dog. That verse, a classic verse was recorded in the hotel room. He was on the road. They said, hey, they need this verse, Wayne. All right, cool. Let me drop a class and get back to what I'm doing. Man, Lil Wayne, number one. Lil Wayne, number one on my list, man. Any list we got out there, man. Any hip-hop list, Lil Wayne, number one to me. And you look at Jay been doing it since 96. Wayne been doing it since 98. Come on now. Come on. That's what I'm talking. When y'all talk, when the people be throwing up these names and like, boy, he ain't did it enough. He ain't did enough in the conversation. Consistently, I don't respect, you show up every 3-4 years with an album, and then be like, oh, he's a GOAT. What? It take him 4 years to make an album? And I'm supposed to respect that? No, dog, I ain't built like that. I'm sorry, you gotta show up. You gotta put the work in. You done sat around with an album for 3 years, winning, begged every key producer, waited on this verse till somebody finally gave you the verse over here, somebody finally gave you that, you finally, come on, man. What Wayne said? How Wayne put it? Wayne said, man, I don't know what's wrong with him. He was like, they be in the studio all day. I can't rap unless I got a subject, unless I got a hook. Get from by me, man. That's what Wayne said. Get from by me. I could have a beautiful beside me. Y'all remember that clip from Lil Wayne, right? When he would talk about rappers. He said, well, y'all play too much. But nah, man. My top 5 rappers are just like that, man. Just like that. Yup, Drake was number 4. I put Big. Then Drake only because I think Big would have been so. He might have been number 1 on this list, but he just never got to see. You got Drake there. Number 3, you got Tupac. Number 2, you got Jay-Z. Number 1, you got Weezy. Weezy. Lil Wayne, Weezy, baby, Lil Toach. At number 1, man. And so. Since we talking hip hop, man, let's just talk it. Let's talk, because I get sick of these versus conversations too. I get sick of these versus conversations. But it's fun, right? It's good talk. Why? First of all, it's certain people you shouldn't use in verses. I'm gonna give you a list of 5 people I don't think anybody can beat in a verse. No. I'll take that back. 5 people that verses ain't fair to, because you're dumbing them down to only 20 records, and it's not fair. You give Joe Blow over here a fighting chance because he can get him 20, but I bet he can't get 30 and 40 like these guys. Number 1 person that should never do a verse, and nobody can touch him. Nobody can touch him. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. Yeah, woo. Who gonna touch Dr. Dre in the verse? I don't care. You can take Diddy, you can take anybody and add them all up, put them in a big pot of gumbo. They ain't messing with Dre. Let's listen to let's talk about Dre for a minute. We got Dre himself, all right? The Chronic. Dre 2000, okay, that's Dre. We got NWA. Let's talk about okay. 50 Cent. Get rich or die, 50 Cent. Okay. Eminem. Don't forget about, wait a minute, Kendrick Lamar's in the. Stop, bro. Stop. There's no battle. There's no battle against Dr. Dre. There's no battle against Dr. Dre. Oh, don't forget the Death Row years. Don't forget the Doggy Style of Tupac. Stop it. Stop. There's Dr. Dre, and then there's everyone else when it comes to producers. I don't care what you say. I don't care who hyped themselves. And I'm so sick of that too. I am beyond sick of the hype. I'm so sick of these people. You actually someone actually said Diddy and Dre would be a good, what? What? Diddy against Dre? No, that's not a fair competition. Dre can do that from his house. Dre can win that one at the crib. He ain't got to show it to that arena. No, 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 no. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. There's Dre, and then there's everybody else. I'll tell you another person that I just don't think it's fair that they do a versus, because versus ain't fair to them. Future. Future's another one. He got too many hits. Too many hits. Future, he got so many records that dumbing him down to just 20 is not fair. Just not fair to Future. Doing a versus against who? He got too many. He got too many. Stop. They not, come on, man. Let's be real. Versus it made, and this is where I think people, get your feelings out of it. Get this notion that versus is about your favorite art. No. Versus is about hit records. Hit records. And this is the thing. Don't do it to favor someone. If it's an Atlanta artist, don't do it in Atlanta. Go do it in Miami. Or go do it if it's a New York versus New York, don't do it in New York. Or yeah, you could New York versus New York, do it in New York. Fine. Atlanta versus Atlanta, do it in Atlanta. Fine. But when you got let's say Dr. Dre versus Diddy or something like that, go do it in Miami. Get that home crowd advantage crap out the way and just go do it somewhere where you can tell if they had reach. It's not close, man. Another one, DJ Khaled. Nobody messing with DJ Khaled on a damn versus. DJ Khaled? Who? It's not fair to DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled got more number ones than some people whole careers. A lot of people whole careers. Him doing a versus against who? Come on, man. This man got diamond records. I don't think him doing one is fair. It's not fair to certain people. And then the GOAT, Lil Wayne. No. Why? It's not fair to take these guys and dumb their music down to 20 records. No. Hell no. That ain't fair to Lil Wayne. These guys, it's certain guys that it don't make sense to say do a versus because it's not fair. Because it's not fair. You say, I'm going to take your hottest 20. Well, everybody had a hot 20. If you're on the versus stage, you better at least had a hot 20 or you don't even need to beat up. Honestly. You up there performing other people's songs. Shut up. Out of here, please. Out of here, please. But yeah, so certain guys that shouldn't even do verses. It's not even fair. Like people always say Jay-Z versus Lil Wayne in the verses. And I'm like, you serious? You serious? You serious? Not that Jay-Z ain't a phenomenal artist, but Jay-Z don't make records that gonna wow in verses. And don't do it in New York, and don't do it in Miami or New Orleans. Go do it in not even Atlanta, because that's too south. Let's do it in South Carolina somewhere. Do it somewhere. Do it in Virginia. Do it somewhere like that. And then you're not where it's a home base. It's not fair. Jay-Z don't make those type of records. That's when I hear people saying it, but I'm like, it don't make sense. Jay-Z don't make hit records like that. Jay-Z make great albums. Jay-Z have albums that you play from top to bottom, and I love it. But he don't have hit records. He said it. He said it. He don't have hit records like that. He got records that work, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's say Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z. Lil Wayne play a million. What Jay-Z playing? It's A Hard Knock Life? Maybe New York to that. Jay-Z don't make hit. He make great albums. Like 444, the last album, there ain't no hits on that. But it was a great freaking album, man. Blueprint 3, which I think probably had a lot more hits on it. Probably one of his most hit-centric album with New York on there. The record with Rihanna, with he had what's the record with him and F With Me, You Know I Got It, with the other record with him and Jeezy, Real As It Get, Born to Star. Yeah, but Jay-Z don't make, he don't make like hit records. He make great albums, right? So that's why I don't think Jay. But it sounds good, right? Because you got everybody that's act like Jay-Z it can't be touched. In the verses, Jay-Z ain't not being Wayne. It just ain't gonna happen. We can line it up however you want. It ain't happening though. It ain't happening. No. So I got that out the way, man. I got that out the way. I know some people gonna have some things to say, blah 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 blah, and I get it. But hey, this is how I feel. But hey, man, we're gonna keep it going, man. We're gonna jump back into some sports, man. We're gonna talk about these Dallas Cowboys. That's right, man. The Dallas Cowboys. I think the Dallas Cowboys did everything they could to give them. This is a Jerry Jones play. We know that, right? The Super Bowl. Where's the Super Bowl at this year? Where's the Super Bowl at this year? Because I think, is this the one that's in, is this the one that's in Vegas? No. Hold on. Oh, no, this is the one that's in Arizona. What year is the Super Bowl going to Vegas? No. So if I'm the 58 Super Bowl, February 11, no, this one will be in Vegas. Okay, yeah, I was right. Well, Paradise, Nevada, Vegas, whatever. This is the one that Jerry Jones won. So that's why you see him being more aggressive in free agency, trying to get to this one, because it's you know the Jerry Jones thing is the hoopla, the hype, the look at me. You know, he's the only guy that go on Hard Knocks and have a damn near whole segment about himself. So the Cowboys are trying to get there because the Super Bowl is in Vegas this year. The Super Bowl coming up will be in Vegas, and that's where Jerry Jones is trying to get to, man. That's why. It's the hoopla. It's the all of that. Now, will he get there? No. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm hoping so, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But speaking of I don't know, I'm got to roll right to these Lakers. I don't know, man. When it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, I don't know because I say this all the time, man. LeBron James, I don't care how you look at it, LeBron James is getting up there. And he is not LeBron of old. And his co-star I'm starting to think is a third guy. He can't be. I don't even think he's a Robin at this point because he damn sure ain't a Batman, and that's for sure. Anthony Davis is not a Batman, man. I'm sorry. I never understand it. I never understand why his motor don't run high like it should. He just don't have that fire. He don't have that external factor, that thing where Michael Jordan needed to make up a story that somebody pissed him off, so he needed to get mad to come out and dominate you. Anthony Davis don't have that, man. He's comfortable getting 6 points. He's comfortable with that, and he'll come right to the opponent and say, I need to play better next game. No, how many times you gonna say that, man? We got it, bro. We got you. Need to play better. We got it. You hear about all the hoopla about they need to get this person, they need to get that person. Man, I tell you one person they can do without though, D'Angelo Russell. They can do without D'Angelo Russell. They could definitely do without him, man. I'm so over that guy. To me, he is another one of those guys that when it all comes down to it, I can't remember a time where I was like, a key moment in his career, I'm not talking about just this year at Lakers, but a key moment in his career where you was like, oh, that's a career-defining moment for D'Angelo Russell. Oh, that's a career-defining moment for D'Angelo Russell. Oh, D'Angelo don't take the games. He's still a kid. He don't take the game serious enough. He getting his money. He going from team to team. He kind of laid back. Everything's a joke. But to me, that is all fun. It's all fun until you don't show up. Like he played in the finals, damn near played himself out of the rotation. It was horrible. And see, it could be all fun and game when you're working and you're getting better and you're going and you're performing. You can get none of that from him this year. None of that. None of that. It's a reason why he bounced from team to team to team to team. Nobody said, let me hold on to this guy. No, they're like, hey man, we got to get rid of somebody. We'll get rid of you. It's a reason for that, man. I'm not gonna beat this one to death with him. I think Austin Reeves is a keeper. You gotta find a way to keep him. You gotta find a way to keep Austin Reeves because he might be your number 2. Austin Reeves may be your number 2 guy. A little bit more confidence going into year number 2, and just let him work, man. Just let him do his thing. Rory and Austin Reeves, I think you need those guys. You're gonna need those guys. Coming next year. But first of all, let's not act like the Lakers didn't go way past and exceed expectations. Like, that's the part I don't understand. People acting like the Lakers didn't exceed expectations. They started 2-11. 2-11, dog. The Lakers started 2-11 and they way exceeded expectations. It wasn't even close. No one thought they were going to be one of the last 4 teams standing. So yeah, it sucks that they didn't get all the way and get there, whatever, and it sucked to get swept. Don't get me wrong. It sucked to get swept, but damn, they got there. So overall, man, I'm proud of the Lakers this year, man. I'm proud of the Los Angeles Lakers this year, man. They're just a team that just they changed their whole season around, and a lot of that belongs to, a lot of the credit needs to go to Rob Pelinka, man. I don't understand how he didn't get Executive of the Year, GM of the Year, whatever you want to give it to him. He should have got that. I don't think I've ever seen a single season turnaround by trades and all of that at the deadline like the Lakers did this year. I've never seen that. I've never seen a team have such a drastic turnaround from one year to the next. I've just never seen that, man. I've never seen it. I gotta be honest. I've never seen that, man. I'm sitting here trying to think. I've never seen it, man. You got to say the Lakers had a better post trade deadline than the Suns, and they acquired Kevin Durant to go along with Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. And the Lakers, in my opinion, Lakers still had a better turnaround. Now Kevin Durant did get hurt, so you take that for what it's worth. But yeah, nah, man. The Lakers, yeah, they didn't get the job done, but they overall, like, they did way better than expected, man. Way better than expected. Which lead me right into the next team. Y'all know one of my favorite teams. You know, it's Laker Nation all day, but when it comes to the Toronto Raptors, the love and my wife a Raptors fan. My daughter's a Raptors fan. She makes sure to throw it in my face every day. And they just hired Darko. And I think this might go down as one of those decisions that elevated a franchise beyond belief. Because whether it's Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, or Eric Spoelstra, or whoever, they all started from somewhere. Y'all had to start somewhere. And when I look at what the Raptors need and what they wanted most in a coach, player development, as I mentioned in one of my videos today, man, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because, you know, we put out a lot of content over there, man. We work hard, man. We work hard. I should have named this podcast the We Work Hard podcast. All right, I get it in. All right. But nah, man, one of the things I definitely would say is the Toronto Raptors, because of the notion that players don't want to go there and play, for whatever reason that is, player development is key. And I think, and I think a lot of Raptor Nation agree with me on this, is that when it comes to player development, it felt like Nick Nurse towards the end there, it just wasn't clicking no more. Like, you can't say, you know, they got Pelinka, Koloko. Wow, excuse me. They got Koloko. They got Flynn, who been there for a while now. They got Banton. They got, what's the other kid name? I forgot the other kid name. That was there, Harper, right? Harper, yeah, got him, and it's just you didn't see none of the young talent develop the last couple years, and that's a big red flag for the Toronto Raptors. That's a big red flag for them. They need their young talent to develop, and bringing in someone like Darko, who is really, 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 really big on player development, I think it's gonna work out great, man, because you need to develop that young talent. Now the young talent, someone like Flynn, he probably gonna be back, so you probably missed out on him. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's not. But we'll see what happened there. But with Flynn, I was so excited about him in the beginning. Like, I was talking about him all the time. Like, yo, this kid Flynn, man. This kid Flynn, yo, he can knock it down. It didn't translate. Now, I don't know how much of that was on Nick Nurse and how much that was on him. But it didn't really translate like that. But at the end of the day, man, Scotty Barnes, he got to take that next step. It's year 3 now. So you're going to look for his development. And then Pascal Siakam, assuming he's still there, you're going to look for the next step from him, what his next level is. And I don't want to go too much because we don't know who's going to be there come start of the next season. But I think they got a hell of a team. I think they got a hell of a group. And you just put the right pieces around that group. And I think the key is, one of the keys I think is figuring out what you're going to do with OG. Because OG is commanding the type of attention in the market that you're going to have to give him a bag or let him walk. And you got to ask yourself, do we hitch our wagon to the OG? Do we hitch our horse to the OG wagon? Right? Like, because it's not going to be easy keeping him. Because there's several teams that want him. You look at the Rockets. Memphis been in there. Golden State want him bad. So they got a big decision with him. If he's that sacrificial lamb that you can give up to really get your haul back, really get you some players, some draft picks, get you some people back in return. That's gonna be it's sort of like the Dallas Cowboys did with Herschel Walker, right? They turned Herschel Walker, who was arguably the best running back in the NFL at the time, and they got a Troy Aikman and a Michael Irvin and Emmitt Smith. They changed life. But no, at the time, no one was willing to do that. He wasn't even willing to do that. Jerry Jones had to give him an extra $1 million just to accept the trade. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see where the Raptors go, man. To see where the Raptors go after that, man. First of all, to talk about some other things, because this is an off-topic podcast, man. We zoom. We in and out of topics like it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? The one thing I want to say, man, is, first of all, get well soon to Jamie Foxx. That situation is cloudy. The family kind of want to keep that cloudy. And, it's been talked about, like, should they be able to keep that secret? Should they be able to, fans want to know. Yeah, but that's family, man. That family want their privacy till we figure out till they tell us what's going on with Jamie Foxx. You know what I'm saying? Until they do, get well soon, Jamie. You know what I'm saying? Legend, icon, just when you talk about talent, man. He's one of the most gifted talents on God green earth, man. So rest in peace to DC Young Fly wife Jackie. Hearing him speak today. I watched the video of him speaking about her. I think they was either at the funeral or the wake, I'm not sure. My wife was showing it to me. Hearing him talk, you look at him and you see what you heard about him all the time. If you follow DC the one thing you know about DC Young Fly is his faith. His faith mean everything to him. And you just seen him just put that out there. It's like, yo, we good, man. Like, yeah, we miss her. Yeah, but we got beautiful kids. we're gonna be okay. You know, is it hard? Yes. Am I going through it? Yes. But God got my back. You know what I'm saying? So just kudos to that brother for staying strong. Those kids are gonna need him. And he got a hell of a challenge ahead of him. I don't know what I would ever do if my better half wasn't here and I had to take care of the kids. I cannot speak on that. But all I can say is R.I.P. to his beautiful wife, man. And that's that. I don't want to talk about that no more. A last thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, man. I'm gonna break this show down. I'm gonna call passion. I'm gonna call it my passion part of the show. Why, when people get successful, we find such a joy and pleasure in trying to tear them down? You look, and this is so near and dear to my heart, man. And it just goes to show you that people really hate winners. And I want to leave this show and say this to each and every one of you that listen to me right now, man. If you want to be a winner, if you really want to achieve something, if you really want to reach your heights, you better be. They ain't gonna love you. They gonna love to watch you get there, so they can say, "Oh, I'm rooting for you." But when you get there, I'm just sitting back watching because obviously none of these people love. But when I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and I'm looking at people who I'm like, "Yo, dog, dude's a great dude, man." I get some people that I watch a lot. Kevin Hart. You talk about worked his self to get to where he's at. You talk about the grind. You talk about the hustle. You talk about the guy that has worked so hard to get to where he's at today. And to have something, and it's old, but I'm going to talk about it, have something like the Oscars take for him for a joke that he made in, 2009? 2007, whenever it was. Was it? 2009, I think it was, because I remember, because I think I was actually stationed in Kuwait. I was deployed to Kuwait at the time, and I remember watching it in my little, what we call them thing, little shoot, whatever. I was watching on my laptop. I watch it Seriously Funny. So I know the jokes, but I'm like, y'all went all the way back there to criticize him because you didn't want to see him on that level? That was messed up to me, man. That was as much as this guy has worked and busted his butt to get to where he's at. We had to find some kind of way to throw smut on his name. Wow. Now the Vegas thing, I got nothing to say about that. I can't defend you on that one, K-Hart. I can't defend you on that one, brother. I ain't got nothing to say about that. They got you. But hey, but the Oscar thing, though, I felt like that was wrong. I take it to another person. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a guy, and he often tells his story. Y'all know Steve Harvey's story. But I hear stuff about Steve Harvey, like, oh, but Steve Harvey cheated on his ex-wife with his current wife, and who in the hell follows Steve Harvey to learn about marriage? Like, I just don't get the slander of people who have worked their butts off to achieve stuff. Maybe I'm missing something. Now, do I think it's right to cheat on someone that you love? Hell no. Hell no, it ain't right. All right? No. Do people make mistakes? Yes. People make mistakes. Things happen, man. But you know what I find so funny is none of the people that are coming out and throwing slander at Steve Harvey now was talking. when the man was struggling, when he was in obscurity, when he was just minding his business. The minute it started, oh, Steve Harvey, you know, when he was poor and was in tax trouble and was struggling to make it, ain't hear none of that. Ain't hear none of that. Time to look like the man doing good. Oh, let's throw some smut on his name. Man, we got to celebrate winners. We got to celebrate people who have worked their tails off to get what they want. Let me say this, man. I don't know the future of this off-topic podcast. I can't tell y'all if I'm gonna be the biggest thing that ever happened, or this is the only thing that'll ever come from this. But what I can tell you is you'll never become what you hate. If you hate successful people, you'll never become one. If you constantly throw darts and constantly complain, you'll never get to where you want to get to. And I'm going to tell you something. Your complaint could be valid. Your complaint could be valid. But the fact of the matter is, nobody cares. No one cares about your complaint. No one cares that Chris went through what he went through. No one cares that he was taken from his mom, given to his dad, slept in a shed, slept on top of cars, and snuck inside of tool sheds to sleep, got up and worked in bean fields as a kid. Yes, that was me. Yeah, me. I didn't have my first pair of name brand shoes till 7th grade. Some of the same people that quote unquote love me today laughed at me then. No one cares. You have to get up and look at when you get up in the morning, you walk out that door. No. Only you got you. You got to protect you and your family and your loved ones. It's you versus the world. That's it. Ain't nobody coming to save you. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care who you applaud. I don't care who you love, who you like. Nobody's coming to save you, dog. This AI stuff is real, man. It is real. AI is real. All right? If you didn't know, now you know. AI is freaking real. It's coming. It's here. Man, I listened to a song the other day and someone said, "Who is this?" I was like, "Oh snap, Rihanna got a new song out." They're like, "Nah, man, that's AI." What? You better get on your A game now. You better go hard now. You better solidify your position now. Whatever your dreams is, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you better do it now. You better do it now. You better solidify, stake your claim right now. Because you might not get the chance later. We gotta go hard now, man. We gotta work now. What happens, happens, but we gotta do it now. I tell you, give yourself 6 months. Lock in. Lock in for real though. To my fellas, let's have some discipline. If you got old lady, lock in. Stay home. Ain't nothing out there. Ain't nothing out there, dog. Stay home. To my ladies out there, hey, let me tell you something. Everything's a lie. Everything's around you trying to tell you that you ain't Facts. Everything tell you, oh girl, that's your makeup. You ain't got the new makeup. You ain't got that new bag. You ain't got the plastic butt. You ain't. To my single mothers, my single, there's some single dads out there too. To my single mother, to my single dad, to that college kids that's working, to that single mother that working with her kid and got kids and she's working and going to school, to that guy who's been through hell, but you're getting up and you're fighting and you're doing everything you can. You just trying to get through day by day. To each and every one of you, nobody's coming to help you, so you better just strap up and let's go. Strap up, let's go. Because ain't nobody coming to help. You got you. But when you get to where you're going, remember this. Remember this. They wasn't there when you was going through it, so they don't get to go to it. They don't get to enjoy. But remember the people. Because when you get there, though, oh, my dog, hey, bro, hey, hey, boy, I remember, hey, that's another thing, too. Sorry, I'm on my time, but I gotta say this too. I hate that. You want to find a hater? I'm gonna show you how to spot a hater right now. You doing something good in your life? Yo, popping? You that guy? You that girl? You this out here? And somebody come up to you going, oh, well, hey, I remember back. Why you trying to take me back where I used to be? Look where I'm at and look where you're at. I hate that. You want to know if somebody ever hate on you? I can walk right now in certain situations. And people be like, hey, bro, what's up? Bro, hey, bro, I remember when you were poet head. I remember when you were there. I automatically know that's a hater right there. I ain't got to have a conversation with him no more. That's a hater right there. I ain't even addressing him. I already put you in that hater box. I already know. We ain't cool. Going over there. Get in that long line, because I'm going over here. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody, man, this is episode 1 of the Off Topic podcast. It's the first one of many more to come. We're gonna talk about it all. It's gonna only get better and better and better. My wife just scared the crap out of me. Before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta show y'all. Look what my sexy wife just brought me. Oh my God, don't that look good? Don't that look good, man? Y'all already know, man. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Remember what I said, man. Remember that no one's coming to save you. You only got you. I don't care what they say. I don't care how much they tell you they in your corner. They got your back. They don't. A lot of people ask you, what's wrong? They're asking so they can get some information to be nosy. They ain't asking to help you. Don't confuse a like button with love. All right, this is the Off Topic podcast, baby. This is episode 1. Like I said, I can't tell you what the future gonna be, but I can tell you we're gonna be here. And remember, while we here, we gonna work. So my challenge to each and every one of you, go out work somebody. And until next time, man, you guys be great. I will enjoy this right here. Gotta say thank you. Peace.